Let's see if people are finding this. Hey, Kenny, you're first again. Welcome. Let's see if this is buffering too or if it's working better. If it's not working this time either, I might have to just end the streaming for today. If it's YouTube, because it doesn't seem like it's my internet connection. But let's see. It feels like I would like to do the berries more reddish, but when I took the photo for this other stream, part 2 of the first stream of this picture. Thank you, Leslie and Mara, welcome back, and Tonja, welcome back, and Louise, welcome back. May. Oh, May, you're so good. Thank you for sharing the link to this in the other stream. Yeah, exactly. So I first thought that I might do this more reddish, but when I took the picture for this second part of this stream, I kind of thought this looked good. So I will keep doing them purple, which was my first plan, and hope I will not regret that. And I mean, it's not the end of the world. It's just here on my whip pencils. I will try to see if I can find some of my really small ones. The black grape. Oh, Anita, welcome back. Okay, I think this pencil is too small for my... almost too small for my sharpener. Yeah, I also want to say that I'm soon going to have a giveaway on my Instagram because I got an extra copy from Masha Vandenberg, Masha's Christmas. And I think this is the copy I will give away. I just wanted to finish my color along there on Instagram, which I had in October, and I have still one gallery with the last pictures that I will post. But maybe tomorrow I can post about this, a giveaway of this book. Melody, welcome back, and Mary, welcome. And Cindy, welcome. And Heather, you are back. Welcome. I had to start a new stream because it was buffering. So this copy from Masha I will give away on Instagram soon because she was kind and sent 2 copies. Okay, I will go in with black grape here on the... if they start to look as I imagined. Because as I'm doing a more nighty sky, and I mean with the moon, I don't want the things to be too light. Kenny, I agree. Marsha's work is beautiful. I have seen so many beautiful pictures from that book and from her other books. I have done some, but for some reason I don't think I'm not doing her pictures so good. But maybe with this book I will give it a try because it's beautiful. Pernilla, welcome. Hello, and Pave Color. I'm coloring in Fairy Celebrations, the latest book by Klara Markova. And if you're following me on Instagram, you might have seen that I will not host a color along this month, November. But I am planning some happy things for December. So I hope you will join then. And in Clara's books, Clara Markova's, she's doing a lot of dots, and it feels like that's the places where it's supposed to have shadings. At least it's feel right to do that, and then you cover the dots so they're not so visible. Hello, Elin, welcome back. And Janina. Oh, you would like to just watch this and relax, but you need to go to the gym. Yeah, that's good for your health. Of course, go to the gym. And this will be uploaded after. You can always come back if you want to. No pressure. Oh, you're home now, Elin, so now you can chat a little bit more if you want to. Perfect. And I'm sorry, as I said earlier, if I missed anyone, if I am trying to keep track of the chat, but I also are watching, looking into my book. So far this is just lavender, a black grape. Do. Maybe some. Heather, you can do that. Just cook and listen. I don't know if you saw, but I have learned to send live on Podbean, which is where I'm hosting my podcast, Passionista Colorista podcast. So now I'm thinking of how I can use that thing. It's like this. It's a live event, although you can just hear, but you can actually call into the show and talk to me, and I can also invite people to the show. So I will try to figure out some events. The most difficult part is to find a time when to have it, because there are a lot of people streaming on YouTube, and I hate to ruin people's streams. I don't want to do events at the same time, even if I could. I mean, you can always watch back, and you can also listen after on the live pods, but it's hard to find a time when both US and Asia could listen. Yeah, Great Lavender and Black Grape, they are two of my favorites as well. In Prismacolor, they are so beautiful colors, I think. Maybe some. I could use light pink, but I was going to try with a white one, and my Prisma white is too short, so I'm gonna find me another white. Maybe. What is this? Oh, it's a Prismacolor. It's my other one. I had forgot about it. My big one. Whee! Is Janina going? Bye, Janina. Yeah, happy dance. Exactly. Because my other one is too short for my sharpener. It's like this, and it's needed sharpening, as you can see. So I need to buy me or find somewhere in the mess a really small one of these small. But then I have this new one from my extra set that I have started to use. I had forgot that I had taken it out. Beth Ann, do you have a no, not Beth Ann, but Mary, do you do you have a Prisma Girl song? I have to hear that someday. I always feel terrible that I feel like I'm not supporting the channels enough because I have too little time to visit the streams and see the videos. And that is for every channel. So I'm sorry in advance for missing so much. I'm back with a black gripe. Oh, she thinks she thinks sings it all the time. Then it would not be hard to find it then, I guess, if it's uploaded. And lavender grade lavender again. So now you maybe wonder, or maybe not, but maybe you are wondering why, because I am wondering why I just did a little sketchy things with the other colors and suddenly I do kind of a finished one of the berries. And I'm not really sure, but I think it is because just one light layer wouldn't do them. I couldn't see just of the light with the light purple. See if they looked, if it worked as I had imagined. I needed them to be more finished. And also because there are so many of them, they're gonna be a lot of them here, up here. And of course I can do them in different colors, but I kind of like to do them similar. I'm a Prisma. Ah, I can almost guess what's melody is. Is it the Aqua? I'm a Prisma girl in a Prisma world. It's fantastic, but I'm not elastic. Is it that one? Or am I just wrong? Thank you, Bethan. So, Mary, it was that song. Yeah, it was the perfect text. You could almost guess that it was that melody. So, okay, then I'm gonna do the berries kind of that and maybe go in with some black on the darkest or dark cold gray for the darkest spots. Now let's see. I think I also want to go in with some brown for the branch to see how that looks before I keep adding colors. Yeah, maybe this is, you can call this coloring mapping. I'm mapping out the colors before I dig into it. Dinging. Have I said that? Dinging? Dinging? I don't know. If I say strange things, that's because I don't, not good at English. Oh, I'm sorry if I have said something totally strange. Maybe it was a Swedish word that I just tried to make sound like English. Hmm. You meant singing. Okay, not dinging. I was dinging. What have I said? And I meant, I'm always like that. If someone say that someone has done a mistake or something is wrong, I always assume that it's my fault, even if it's not, and even if it can't be my fault. But this time it could be. I could totally have said that. But okay, it was you that have wrote something strange. Yeah, Google Translate and Google, or not autocorrect is also a funny thing. Okay, so let's see if I can find a brown one. The worst autocorrect have actually not happened to me yet, but have almost happened to me a lot of times because it's a word that I use a lot in Swedish. And I will not say the dirty word, but I think all the Swedish will understand. It's the word kul, Kul, which means fun. Oh, that's cool. That's fun. And I use it a lot when I chat with people. But if you add a K at the end, it's a dirty word. It's, yeah, that. And for some reason, don't think I ever have wrote that dirty word in my chats, but still the autocorrect is doing that sometimes. So you have to be careful before you send things away. I love to read, these silly and strange and fun and naughty autocorrect when people have actually sent things to the wrong person or just sent something away that's wrong. You use that in Norway too, Tanya? Yeah. So autocorrect can be funny sometimes and strange and do bad stuff sometimes. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome. I'm coloring in Fairy Celebrations, Klara Markova's latest. And this was Espresso, which is a very dark one. So as you can see, sometimes I start with the lightest colors and sometimes I start with the darkest. It depends. For this, I knew I wanted to do it quite dark brown, and I knew where to do it darkest, or I don't know where to do it darkest, but I knew where I wanted to do it darkest. So then I could start with that. I know, Cindy. I hate it too when autocorrect pings just as you send it, and it happens. You send it and no. Yeah. Sometimes it's good with autocorrect, but sometimes it's not. Let me see. Does this work? This is light umber. I have studied trees lately and realized that most trees actually are not as brown as I color them. They are more of grayish. But I kind of like brown more as it is a warmer color. Or I don't know. I have a problem with gray. Okay, maybe it's the last sip of my cold coffee. Iced coffee without ice. Yeah, that's true, Kathy. When you really look at something, you can realize. I mean, there are trees in Sweden that are brown, but a lot of trees have more grayish stems. Yeah, exactly. That's true. That's the French grays are good. They are kind of brownish, grayish. This is the 50%. Let's see what's happening if I bring that in. I don't use these much, the French grays. I don't know why. Sometimes you just get your favorites and then you keep using them and not test all the other ones. Okay, don't do like me. I have too small protection sheet, so it was actually here. So it's if you have something under your page, it will show up on the picture. So now I have like a line there from the paper. Oh, Joy, welcome. And what is this? 10% French gray. Let's use that because I want a little bit more. Well, it's still very dark, but it shows up a little bit more at least. So I think espresso and the French grey worked good together, 10%, and the light amber worked good enough. It could have also been some other brown. I wonder how chocolate would do. Okay, I just used chocolate so I could say chocolate and take a chocolate. Because even if it's a red day in Sweden, this Saturday, it's still candy day. Back to the espresso. I will try to fill out some of her lines. She have lines on her tree to give it a little bit texture feeling. Maybe this will just be visible in real world. I mean, maybe you can't see it. So I can't see everything you're writing because I have to watch what I'm doing also. But I hope you are enjoying the stream and the company you're having with each other. And I hope you are enjoying it even if you are in the background and lurking, and just listening, and maybe fall asleep. Because maybe there are more than Elin that will are falling asleep when they are listening to my streams. Okay. That's a good answer, May, but that French grays are for when you don't know if you want gray or brown. That's perfect. Actually, then that might be my new favorite colors for brown stems. Prussian green again. And I'm gonna do more color on the leaves. But I wanted to do more of them to see how much green it will be. And I think that's because I want to get a suggestion for myself what to use on the bottom part of the page so it will be balanced. I like to use not so many colors, maybe 5 colors, and then try to put them out in the picture on some places that they kind of balance and come back. So I don't like to use one color and never come back, like in a corner, then I don't have it somewhere else in the picture. So my plan was to my plan was not to do a Christmas coloring from this book today, but someone suggested it, but I thought it was a little bit too early. But I have seen that some people are coloring Christmas pages already. Are you doing that? Because there are so many great. Hello, Mousy Deb. You just woke up. Okay, so we have quite a lot of greens and we're gonna have a lot of purples. And I'm gonna have some kind of bluish background. And it's gonna be darker than it is now, but how dark do I want to go? Just a little bit more candy. My plan with a blue background is to make it lighter inside this big moon-shaped thing and darker on the outside. And my plan is to... Christina, welcome. Ooh, one more moderator. This is like a moderator party. Welcome all. Bethan, Candice, May, Christina. Hello, Bridget. Have I said hi to you? If not, hi. So this is sap green light. And I'm going to do this darker, but I wanted to do something on it just to get a feeling. And I think I'm going to... Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same color on this one. Maybe something like that. And then I don't know. Okay. I had chocolate nuts. Now I need a mint chocolate before I stop eating my Saturday candy. And we have some candies in the pictures. Like here. Okay, it was not candies. We have one candy. Like a lollipop, I think it is. Thank you for being here. Nichols, Kathy. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful Saturday. If it still is Saturday where you are. Let me see. Periwinkle or Copenhagen blue. That is both colors I like to use. Oh, Brittany, it's your son's birthday party today. Lovely. And periwinkle is a bit grayish, bluish. And grayish, bluish is one of my favorite colors. But if you want a real dark background, a blue, I like to use Copenhagen blue, and then on top of that I might use Indifference blue or what is the word? What is that name on that pencil? Mm, indigo. Indigo blue. No, Yvonne, I agree. That was actually what I was thinking when I was thinking of doing a Christmas page in this book, because her Christmas pages in this book have a lot of details, and I thought it will take me all November and December to do them, especially if I'm doing them on Scream, if I'm doing them on stream, sorry. Um, but I have so many wonderful Christmas books, so yeah, and still I thought it felt a little bit too early. There will be time, and if I don't color in all my Christmas books this year, there will come a new Christmas, hopefully. That's totally fine, Heather. Just keep lurking. I do that on the few occasions when I actually can be on other person's streams, I mostly lurk because I'm multitasking. I color this at the same time in the background, and most listening, or I are kind of, I don't know. What do I do more than coloring? Cooking? When I do other stuff, it's harder to lurk in a stream. Oh, sorry, I'm outside the frame. Oh, Sarah, hello and welcome and goodbye. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi to everyone. Wonderful. There are small dots, which could be stars or snowflakes or just magical fairy dust. So I think I'm just coloring them over. They are so small, and it would be difficult to go around them one by one, but I can bring them back later if I want to with Posca or gel pens or something. And as I said, I could do like a purple. What I could do if I wanted more variation is that I could have done like a purple background here on this page, and this half, and blue here, and then I could have purple and pink berries here where I have the blue background, and on the other half I could have blueberries with a pink purple background. That could be really cool, but I'm not that cool. So I think I will do it like I planned. I hope you still can see. It's starting to get quite dark outside, very dark, so I don't know if my lamps are enough. So this is your new favorite, Deb, by Klara Markova. Yes, it's a very, very cute book. I can't decide if I like this, or I mean, I have hardly colored in this yet, but I think some of the pages in this book are just fantastic. I just love them. But it feels like the paper, I don't know if I'm just making this up, but for me it felt like it didn't work as good with water-based medium as Tenderful Enchantments. I might try a page with water-based mediums someday in this, but now it's so new and I still want it to look neat and don't be so wrinkled. So the way I do my coloring, I do not always like this, but a lot of times, mostly I do that like this. I'm kind of mapping out the colors before I start to add more layers and do all the fixing and shading and thing, is that I do all the color decisions quite fast. And then I see if they work together. But when it's all mapped out, I can just relax, and then I don't have to pick colors, just shades and shadings, which works for me. I'm not sure how to do. Here we have a star, so I might do some round shape around it and let it shine. I'm not sure, but I will not color in with blue there yet. I will think about that. And it's always hard to get into the corners, I think. But then again, if you take the picture for Instagram or Facebook, you can kind of cut the picture so you don't have to show you don't have to show everything. But I will try with a longer tip to go in, at least a little bit further in. So when we are talking about Christmas coloring books, or maybe books with Christmas picture in it, if you are planning to color in any of them, which books? Do you have any favorite? And maybe you have seen that Sammy is planning something for November. So I think she soon will release everything about that. That will be interesting. Something to keep an eye on and not missing. Yeah, Deb, you are stubbornly sticking with fall for now. Yeah, it's still fall. Deborah Muller's books, Candice, Hannah Lynn, Fair Celebrations, Johanna Christmas. Johanna's Christmas is one of the few books I almost colored all pages in. But as it takes me longer to finish a page today than when I started to color in it, I think I have 4 pictures left. That would like take me 4 years because I might be able to finish one every year as I have more books now as well that I want to give some love. Yeah, Bethan, I saw you got some. You have the Rita Bearman winter coloring book now. Was it Kenny that was so kind and sent you? So now you have the whole full collection, Rita Bearman's books. That's amazing. Okay, it still is too light, I think, inside here. But I want it to be light, but maybe not so light. More cloud. Oh, this was not powder blue. This is cloud blue, which is a little bit darker, I think. I think this page will look good. The colors will look good together, but I still think it would have looked more magical, but maybe less wintry with a purple background instead. I think that is the big difference, that it's less magical this way, but more wintry, like blue is more of a snowy color than purple. Wait a minute. I think, I know that you means a lot to me, this community, and my coloring friends, you, my subscribers, my listeners, my followers, my friends. And I dream a lot of coloring meetups and things like that when I sleep. But Yo Beth, I think I dreamt about you last week. I dreamt that we met in real life together with a lot of your relatives on a vacation, I think. Yeah, I know. I'm quite sure it was you. I didn't look like you. But you know, in dreams, things can look totally different from real life, and still your brain says that it is something. It can be a person, and look, and when you wake up, when you try to remember it, you can realize that it didn't look like you, but it was you. Okay, then we have, so now I could do the berries, I guess, outside the stream, because I have showed you how I did them, and I'm gonna do the rest the same, but maybe shade them a little bit different, going in with some just black or dark coal gray for the darkest areas. But I still have some details I have not planned here. Let me see. I'm going to darken up this more also, but I can do that on stream. Down here, I think I will do the background, the first layer of the back. No, this was Copenhagen blue. I want to use the periwinkle. I know, Mary. That was peacock blue. Okay, now I'm just picking up the wrong pencils. I got so excited here talking about meeting up in real life. Peacock. There you are, periwinkle. I have not looked at her shoes until now when I come down to them. They are also cute. Andrea, welcome. Hello. So sometimes when you do the background, if you start with the background, it's interesting to see the details coming out from the pictures. Sometimes you have not noticed them until you come to that part of the picture and try to see where the background is and where the picture is. I know, Andrea. I have so many lovely persons here during this stream, and now I have one more when you arrived. Fantastic. Isn't this cute? Hello, Kattis. Sorry I didn't see you coming in. Hello, and welcome. Another lovely person here on this Saturday. Unless you are Leslie, because then it's Sunday already. If she's still up, maybe she has fallen asleep, and that's fine. Even if she's a night owl. Oops, that was inside. I might go in and erase that darker because I want it to be lighter inside. But on the other hand, I might do it darker outside later and then maybe it will look good. Oh, Andrea, thank you for reminding people to thumbs up. I think it's always good the few times I attend streams that people are reminding me because sometimes I remember and sometimes I forget. Okay, let's see. Okay, Leslie, you are still awake. Fantastic. Andrea, thank you. Okay, that is leaf, but here we have some background. And here I have forgotten some background. Because I thought it was a leaf, but now I can see that it is background and between these ones and here. Here. So I guess I will do the leaves some kind of green as well. But the question is what I should do with the flowers. If I should pick up the purple colors from the berries because there are no berries down here. So there will not be any purple down here if I don't give the flowers that color. It's the thing about balance again, that I like to try to balance the colors throughout the page. Oops, I'm coloring on the leaf and outside the frame. Two mistakes at the same time. Yeah, and I have a lollipop, if it is a lollipop, I think so. And I have these red bugs. So I think I will do this red as well. And I mean, there are a lot of details on this. This might be red as well. Then we have like 3 places with reds. And we have this pillow. There are some hidden details I keep seeing. I mean, they are not hidden. It's just that I didn't saw them. Hello, Marie. Welcome. Of course, keep doing that. Keep lurking and doing your budget journaling. Your amazing drawings. Oh, sorry. Nothing interesting happening outside the camera. It's just me filling in this periwinkle. The first layer. And then I might go in with more periwinkle or darken it up with a darker blue. And the options for me is then, if I'm using Prismacolor, is Copenhagen blue, indigo blue, or what is the last one? Indenthrance blue. or adding some black into it. That is also a possibility, or gray. Or, I mean, I could add something else, another color, like purple or red, but then it will change from blue. And I want it, you know, I can't help myself. I love my blue backgrounds. No, I'm not using color pencils on this one because this is Fairy Celebrations, Klara Markova's latest, and I can't swear on this, but when I tried it on the paper in the back here, I felt like the paper didn't take the water as well as Tenderful Enchantments, which is the only other book from her I have. So I didn't dare to use it for the background. So no, it's just Prismacolor. Something like that. And then we'll see how dark I do it. Okay, so do I have time left? I have no idea what the time is. I think I will go in with, what is this? This is lilac. I didn't use lilac on the other one. I think it was lavender. But it could also be lilac. Oh, no, I don't think so. I don't think it's background. I think this leaves or grass and leaf. Klocka är 4. So 1 more hour. Thank you. So let's see what to do with the rest. And we have her wings, and we have the pillow, and we have a lot of berries. On the upper left couple, here, up here, yes. Yes, there are 3 couples. Yes, it is. And I actually have color there, but my plan was to kind of, yeah, you're right. I'm not sure where I will end the lighter part of the blue and where I should go darker. So I have done a light blue here. I think it was powder blue first, and then I forgot to use cloud blue here. I've not decided where to end the darker part. Lisa, hello, and Charlotte, welcome. So I will have to just think about that, where to end the colors, the darker colors. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in with lavender or lilac on the berries, just to see how purple this page will go, and then I might be able to decide how to do the flowers. I could, of course, finish everything else and then do the flowers, but I can also just do like a sketch to start. Then my eyes get a visual help to see how the page will look in the end, so I can pick the colors. Where is the lavender? How big difference? Yeah, the lavender is more pinkish, I think. And the lilac is more, as you can hear, lilac. More purple. So I might use lilac on the berries that are behind the other ones, and I can use lavender on these ones, but I'm gonna darken them up with black grape and grayed lavender as well later, as I did with these two up here. No, that was a leaf. Uh-oh. I'm just doing a sketchy start to see how purple it will go. So, if I'm just using this sap green light to do a sketchy start down here, it's such light color, so I can then go in with darker colors after. I just color on top of that blue. It can be a darker part of the leaf. I could erase, of course, but I don't have an eraser here right now, so I think this works as well. Is it, Charlotte? Is sap green light one of your favorites? Well, I could also use some kind of yellow, as I have yellow in the moons. But I don't want them to take too much focus. I want the focus to be the couples. So I think the flowers will be too visible, too shiny if I use yellow. And down here. And of course I could give the leaves another color, like mixing in some purples in them. Maybe I should do that. Or maybe just keep it simple. I think that is something I could work on next year, to bring in more variation in my pictures maybe. And what did I use? I used the Prussian green on these leaves. Just a light layer. Have you been doing this Johanna Basford ink class? I have done the first 3.5 lessons, but then I have not had time, so I'm a bit behind. And I feel it's very relaxing and nice to listen to Johanna. So it has been very cozy. But when it comes to drawing, I feel very unsecure, so I'm just following along. Every single dot and stroke she does, I do, but I have not dared to draw anything on my own yet. But maybe I will try to get some time to do the rest of the classes, and maybe I will feel more secure. We'll see. And there we have that. Color-wise, I kind of want to keep this simple and not mix in too many colors. I think that's because I want this to be first, and I think if I have too many colors, it might draw the attention away from them. It will make it a calmer page. Of course, Melody, go and rest. Thank you so much for being here. Lovely Melody, thank you. Go and rest. See you another time. Anita, you are also behind the classes, yeah. But it's good that they are still out there when you have the time. I have this staring technique, which helps me to see what colors I want to have next. And it has worked so far on this page, but I can't see the flowers yet. That's why I keep doing things I have already decided. My plan is if I do more sketching of the colors, the first layers, the more I will see how it will look when it's finished, and maybe get an idea for those details that are still there. And of course I can just color the leaves and finish them and do the decision on the flowers later, and we'll see, maybe that will happen. Or maybe I will get ideas very soon. Oh, you're also behind Kattis? Yeah. It's hard to keep up and do them every day. And is Jobet, are you also going? Thank you for being here. See you later. Hi, Connie. Welcome. How are you today? Oh, Anita, that's no problem. Thank you for being here this. I was going to say morning, but it's more afternoon here. Thank you, and have a wonderful weekend. Okay, so there is a lot of green leaves here. So right now it's very green. Let's see. Hello, Janina. Welcome back. Between the sets on at the gym. Yeah, but I think you are doing great. I wish I had the discipline to go to the gym. uh, maybe next year will be the year I find I will be testing more variation in my pictures and start to go to the gym. I know you shouldn't push things in front of you, or what you say. You should just start. But I'm not there yet. So, okay, it's going to be a lot of purple, brown, and green up here. And then we have the blue sky. What do I want down here? Would it feel too much to have purple down here too? Or will it feel balanced? One part of me want to do them blue. Or red maybe. I don't know. I was thinking I could do kind of. I did. Which book was that? I think it was. Maybe it was in Flora. But do I have that book here? No. I did like galaxy flowers, which I kind of liked. But then it's the risk that they take too much focus. I guess I just have to wait with them. I can't decide. Maybe I could do a test, like if I do them really, but that also depends how dark I go outside. Let me see. This is Copenhagen blue. And what is this? Cloud blue. It's the same, almost the same colors as in the background. Oops. One plan is to do the berries quite dark, and then I could do them this lighter, at least in the middle. So maybe do them purple, pinkish anyway. I will save them for later. I think I'll go back to the branch, the tree, the espresso. Hi, Cielo Green. Welcome. Sometimes when I do a moon, I leave some lighter parts around the moon where the where I'm imagining where the moon is shining on things, like a yellow part of that thing. But I'm gonna pretend that these not glowing like that. I think I will just color around it as if it didn't give a shine on that things, those things. And then it was the I actually think I'm gonna change and see what's happening. Some sienna brown. And then it was not that one. That was a very strong purple. It was the French grey 10%, which I used for some kind of blending. Even if trees in real life are not smooth, they are quite textured. And then back with some and I think I kind of prefer that light umber. I have been watching this TV series called Shetland. It's uh, it's based on Anne Cleeve's books. So they are talking so I guess it's Scottish, some kind of Scottish. It's so interesting how they talk. So half of the fun is how they talk and to listen to that, and the scenery is from Shetland. So as you can see now, the stems, or I don't know if you can see, but maybe that the stems and these two berries are the only thing that are quite finished. Oh, Johanna, hello, and you are watching Shetland too? It's really good, I think. And I had no idea. I looked it up on a map yesterday, and I didn't know that it was so far out in the sea. I thought it was not so close to Faroe Islands. I think then is it that the English name, Färöarna? Faroe Islands, and also quite close to Norway. I didn't know that. This is periwinkle again. The third layer, I think, of periwinkle out here. So I kind of, this is like a snowy blue, I think, like a grayish blue. But I might do it darker. And if I want to do it more blue, I would take the Copenhagen blue. Let's see, do I want that? I test on a little bit here. Or if I want, or more if I can find the other ones. I can take away my neo colors as I decided not to use them for this picture in this book. Slate gray is also a good color if I want to do it more. Still keep that grayish tone in the blue, but darken it up a bit. Could use slate gray. And I'm searching for my dark indigo, my indigo blue. Maybe they are used in some other whip somewhere in the house. Okay. So I might wait to find those. One color that I almost never use is ultramarine and cobalt blue hue and china blue. I don't know how to use them. Are you using them a lot? They are not my favorite. Okay, what to do next? I think I will do... no, I'm not sure how I want to do his wings. So I'm gonna pass on that one. But if I can find the light peach, I think I will go in with a light layer on the faces and legs. I think light peach is if you want to do light skin, it's a good start color with the Prismacolors. It gives you kind of a base layer to add things on tops after. And sometimes I leave some highlights for where I want the lightest parts to be. But peach is so light, so it can also be the highlight color. What? Is it still problems with I had to restart this stream because it was buffering too much. Is it like that now again? But then it was everyone that had problem. Now it seems like not everyone, but some. It's still strange. I don't want it to be like that. And I wish I could do something about it. Here is a leg. And right now her peachy arms and legs and face are kind of melting into her dress. So I have to separate that. Oh, goodbye, Leslie. Sleep well. Of course, you too, Leslie. Have a wonderful weekend. It's Sunday already with you. Oh, you said. I have some Saturday left before it turns into a Sunday. The question is, should I do the same base for him or do something else. This is peach beige. I think he will have that as the first layer just to... I don't think you can see the difference. Maybe on the screen. It's a more, of course, as you can hear on the word, on the name on the pencil, more beige color. Oh, I'm sorry, Connie, that you can't make it work. I hope it's not me that have done something wrong. I hope it's not our connection. But you can always watch back, of course. So have a beautiful... And a little bit of leg between the socks and... Is it trousers or what is the word? And look, back to the light peach, a little fingers coming up there. And these creatures, I don't know what they are, some kind of bugs. I could do them green or gray. I mean, I could do them in any color, but that was what popped up in my mind. I think I will start with some grays. Or pink. Now I'm just saying names out loud. Or red. Actually, I think I'm going to do him like a very chartreuse color. Oh, maybe I have to zoom in so you can see. Because it looks a little bit like this insect that is doing this with its hands, and then it's like singing. Syscha in Swedish. What can the English word be? You thought it was a fairy? Yeah, it could have been with the wings, but you see when I zoomed in, it doesn't look like it. It looks more like an insect. Doesn't it? What color should the other one be? I don't know. And the clothes. Yeah, there's some kind of bugs, exactly. So I think I'm gonna do the same color for them both, but I might go in and darken them up so they not look exactly the same. Bugs love, exactly. And now I can see that I have missed a little bit of background here. So I'm going in with a cloud blue between them. Even if it's so light colors you can hardly see it. And look, here is his little hand, I think. I'm going to have to do a little bit of sharpening. So as you can see, when I'm coloring, I'm kind of all over the place at the same time. So coming back to things. During the process. I'm going in with kelp green very light on the parts where Clara have made dots. So it looks like it's supposed to be shaded there. If you don't want the dots to be so visible, you kind of want to color them over with something darker. A Bug's Love. You know this movie, A Bug's Life? This is the Bug's Love. I will come back to you later. Yeah, you're right. It could be a baby bug, of course. I thought it was a couple, but you're right. It looks like a baby bug, maybe. And that is love as well. The biggest love to your kid. Je trouve. So I always tend to start with the things that I can see in front of me. So I leave the details that I don't have a plan for to last, which is kind of the pillows and this club and the flowers. Yeah, aren't they cute? The small bugs. So I would think of how to do their clothes and their little pillow and the wings. Yeah, exactly. You don't want bugs into your house. I totally agree. So this is the pale vermilion, which I use for these bugs. Red is such a dominant color, so when you bring in red, it can kind of take over, I think. But maybe it will work anyhow and make it a little bit warmer. Christmas. Now it's almost Christmassy, just because I add red. Oh, that was moon. Now I almost did a red blood moon. But that also depends on how red you do it. You do that, Deb, as well? You jump around the page like me? Whee, you're not the only one. Perfect. I always feel like people are coloring one little detailed thing, and then they are finished with that and they move on. I'm kind of more like, yeah, there are so many ways of coloring, and I'm not good at that kind of coloring. And up here we have one more. I will do them as the same color. And then I will darken it up later. I think this is kind of a good, not so bright yellow. No, sorry. I was watching my moon. Red. Of course, it's not a bright yellow because it's not yellow at all. Exactly, Janina. That is the problem. It's the same with me. As I sometimes show you, I have pencils everywhere as well. That is the downside of coloring like this. Because when you are doing everything at the same time, you need all the pencils out. So I totally agree. That is the downside. And you are right. I didn't think of that before. I just thought it was something wrong with me doing that all the time. But of course, that's a result of how I color. I need them out, all of them, all the time. Yeah, sometimes I do like that too, Bethan, that I do finish one detail, one thing that all the things on the page that's going to have the same color, if I know that in advance. And yes, sometimes I also forget what colors I have been using because I'm terrible at writing it up. But mostly I can experiment in some small details and find the right or close enough color. So, okay, this is how it looks when you add some red into it. How much red do I want in this picture? Not so much. But maybe this lollipop, but I'm not sure how to color that yet. No, I'm not. No. We have her flowers. I have her eyes. Yeah, there are a lot of details still. But when I'm thinking, I'm going back to something I know how to color, like the berries. I live in coloring chaos as well, Deb. That's good, Janina. That I wish I could do that too. I mean, you have a Christmas whip you're saying from 2017, and you had to write down all the shades because you couldn't remember them, of course, 1 or 2 years later. That's true. Then I just experiment. Charlotte, your hubby keeps calling. Maybe you have to go then. Now I can't find the lilac in my big pile of pencils. Here it is. So what do you think so far? You think this will turn out good? Does the colors work together? It's the background. I'm not sure if I went too dark or not dark enough. Maybe it was better before. Don't know. But I think I want to do it even darker. Thank you, Deb. You like it. Thank you. Ah, Charlotte, you are on the iPad, so he's texting you and interrupting. Thank you, Charlotte. You think this will be good when it's finished, even if it's just like a sketch now? You like the darker background for contrast? Yeah, that's true. I agree. I will try to do it even darker, maybe. But I will try to save that. Oh, he's FaceTiming you, Charlotte. Then it's even more difficult. I would try to. I might do the berries off camera and the branches, but save the things that I have not finished, the other things, and do them on stream. It feels like I want to say scream all the time when I say stream. Ah, then I understand, Janina. If it's a double page, you want them to look the same. I agree. That could be a good idea. And I mean, a double page takes so long to do, so then it's good to write it down. So some of the berries I give a lavender. Okay, this was great lavender. Don't listen to me. I was going to say some of the them I gave a lilac first base color and some lavender. But apparently I did some with great lavenders as well. Oops. Okay, where are you? Am I even streaming? What happened here? What just happened? Okay, something strange happened. So I don't know if you still hear. I can't. My phone is acting really, really strange. I try to close. This is so strange. And I can't see your comments because I'm not in YouTube. I don't know if you still can. Go away! Stupid app. What is this? Yes, go to YouTube. Have I been with you all the time? I'm so sorry. My phone went crazy. It switched to other apps and then I couldn't close those apps. I was in the photo app like forever. I think I got a message and after that it became crazy. So we have some minutes left together. Is it black screen now? Oh, well, that's so crazy. So now it's like podcast. You can hear me, but you can't see me. I can see the picture, but okay, something happened. Something bad happened. Yes, Charlotte, goodbye. I think I will just end my stream because it would end soon, very soon. Anyway, so I will not start a new one. And I'm sorry to say goodbye to you in blackness. It's not blackness where I am, but you. I'm so sorry for the mess, and I'm happy it was now and not in the middle of this stream. So you have just to imagine how it looked, but you saw it quite recently, the picture, and I will take a picture and put it out on Instagram in the stories. Thank you everyone for being here today. It was super lovely as always. I'm so happy that you are actually spending time together with me. So, yeah, see you later. Have a wonderful weekend and goodbye.